Hello, I am Justin Wells. Some of you might know me from the other Meet the Character videos we're doing for this campaign, which is going to be Vile Shadows and a Honeyed Smile, and that's going to be on Tuesdays in December with Roll Together. So today we're going to be meeting and creating another of our characters, who is Trai, which I believe is short for something. And Trai is a warforged monk that's going to be played by the magnificent Evey Larham, and we are going to be using Hero Forge to create them. So let us begin. First of all, what is the full name of Trai, or do you want to keep that a secret?
No, I'll reveal it. It's too good to keep hidden forever. Their full name is Trai Ning dummy, as this was their purpose for the past 100 years or so.
Thereabouts, and have decided to go free. But we'll save more of these background tidbits for the game. But I just heartily enjoyed that. So we're going to go. We are a warforged, which means we are going to go for the robot aesthetic. You can randomize. So Trai is agender, and they've given us a masculine or a femme body type. What I thought maybe we could do to communicate that is if we take one or the other and then just stick all the sliders bang down the middle. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, just smooth them all out.
Yeah, I mean, which one would you like to start with? It makes no meaningful difference.
Let's start with a lady.
Let's start with a Ladybot. So head-wise, we have robot head. And let's shift the softness down so it's at precisely 0.5. So we're bang in the middle. Have no ears, have no hair. Oh, I don't know. We might have an option of some mechanically sort of body mod type bits. No, not on there. You were making noises.
Because I had an idea of what if it was like hair, but it was coloured in a way that it looked like wires.
Oh, spicy! I'm here for that. Strong. I actually played a character like that a little while ago. He was a robot prospector called Blind Man Williamson, and he had instead of a beard, he had sort of wires that were sort of cut off. It was great. It was a wild game, absolutely bizarre.
Oh, that's a good idea for a pirate warforged, of being wirebeard and then having sparking ones at the end.
Yeah, like Taserbeard or something, Taser Face or something.
Yes.
So I guess the nearest thing that's going to look like wires if we paint them would be dreads. If we stick some or something like that.
I think that's cool.
If we stick some paint over them. So what kind of hairstyle were you thinking?
I was thinking what if it was like a kind of mohawk?
Kind of sort of a dread mohawk. Oh. I mean, that's
go.
That's Data Jack mohawk. That's
it is
quite techie for a fantasy setting, but if there are no other options, we can riff on that. I don't know if there's a kind of Dreadhawk, which just sort of sounds like a new sort of cyberpunk style game. Dreadhawk.
I was going to say it sounded like a death metal band.
That's better. We'll go with that. It's death metal band. Dreadhawk. No beard, no brows, eyes, robot teeth, horns. Do you want a bit of a curveball? I think there are some like techie horns or a crest.
Robot horns, bold.
Robot horns, yeah. Bold indeed. Do you want a gem in your forehead?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, gotta have a gem in the forehead.
Got it.
Robo
if
gem.
It's an option, go for it.
As is generally true. Right, okay, so that's the face done with the kind of spiky hair and the we'll paint that and see whether it looks too tacky, but I think that's a good start. Right, so body. We've got robo body and robo legs. So arm-wise, we have the options. Now, obviously, we have robot arms already. There are a bunch of options of prosthetics, which are essentially just going to kind of riff on the robotic look already. I had a look before, and the nearest thing would be just giving them a slightly more clawed arm. Do you prefer kind of clawy arm or the arm as it is?
I think I kind of prefer the arm as it is, just because the claw arms, the hands are as big as the face, which is a little scary.
Yeah, that's a lot.
What you want to go for, but
I think Trai seems to be a kind of perhaps amoral, but certainly not terrifying in that. Right, sand legs. We've got robo legs, which means we're now onto measurements. So, what kind of size of head? Whoa!
Ooh.
How tall would you like them to be?
They're pretty tall. They're not in the massively XL category.
Real mortals. Oh my word! We have. Oh wow!
Oh,
that's new, funky.
Interesting. Okay, so they're about 7 foot tall in terms of height-wise. So they're probably about there-ish.
Big.
Yeah.
Big. And how big would you like their head?
I feel like probably kind of 25%.
So let's bump that. So that's
about that.
25. Yeah, that seems about right. Right. So wait. Obviously, we are a robot, so it's not so much as with the others' kind of body fat percentage. It's really just sort of, I mean, the aesthetic. Do you want Trai to be? Because we can also alter muscularity. So do you want Trai to be like quite chunky, like a chunk bot, or do you want Trai to be a sort of slim bot?
I'm really game for the term chonk bot, but I think in terms of character, they're probably more lithe and muscular in terms of their design for what they were originally built for.
Right. So let's go for whippy. Let's make them really, really whippy, and because they're a skirmish.
Yeah, they're a scrappy bot. No pun intended, but happy accident.
A happy accident indeed. Build. So, what do you? So, are you seeing them as being obviously that they're quite whippy? But do you see them as? I mean, obviously that's square.
Because we haven't gotten rid of the
boobs yet.
The boobs yet. It's just there.
Well, so I'll knock back the boobs. And then, what do you think build-wise? Sort of chonk, sort of bricked, or a little bit more slender? About
like 30%, I think. So they've got something to them.
There we go. And upper scale, we can chonk them out a bit, or are we happy where we are?
Yeah, I think I'm happy with the lower end.
For yet more absurdly detailed things, how long would you like their arms? Would you like long arms?
I would like hella long arms.
Hella long arms.
Nothing can escape my reach.
That's quite disturbing, actually.
That's why I like it.
Are you sure? I'm finding this quite upsetting. That's like.
It'd make you more comfortable. We can make them shorter.
Maybe we'll knock it back just to there, so it's not sort of haunting my nightmares, reaching in through my bedroom window.
Yeah, I just had the brainwave that being so tall and slim with very long arms, I'm basically doing the oh god, what is his name? I'm completely blanking on his name. Actually, never mind. Ignore me.
From what?
He was okay. The last thing I saw him in was in Jojo Rabbit. Really, really tall.
Stephen Merchant.
Stephen Merchant.
Oh right. I just now want Trai to be voiced by Stephen Merchant.
Everything should be voiced by Stephen Merchant.
Sort of more explicitly genders them, but Stephen Merchant that's made up. I don't know. Stephen Merchant's just a very good performer.
He's got range.
Got range. So muscularity. So we've determined chonk. Now we want to determine hench. So a little bit of wiriness maybe. So if we kind of go to about there, just to show that there's some power.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
That seems about right. It doesn't look like you can just kind of snap the arm like a twig, which is good.
Yeah. Oh my word! You can do different lengths for the arms. That's cool.
Huh.
Yeah, that's wild. So are you wanting minimal bust? Do you want a little bit of bust just to sort of
minimal.
Look like so look a bit like pectoral muscles, or are we wanting none at all?
Let's just go with none at all.
Fair enough. And waist-wise, are we thinking a slender waist or a thicker waist?
I think about 50%, kind of keep it quite...
Again, if we're going down this sort of splitting the difference route. So we'll just do that for the belly, the curves, and the booty.
Mm-hmm.
Hysterically named. Hilariously named, rather.
Wait, what does the booty look like when it's all the way up?
Booty.
Oh, that is a booty. Let's go with 50%. The world is not ready.
Trunk.
The world is not ready for that yet.
So 50%, a little bit of junk in that trunk, but not too much junk in that trunk. Doesn't have wings, doesn't have a tail, doesn't have a shell or spikes. So clothing-wise, what were you imagining Trai wearing?
I imagine it'd be quite flowy, but so I think quite flowy, kind of like monk-like, but as if they've been living in the real world for a little while as well.
Okay, that's a good start. So let's start with the head. Do you see Trai as having like a headdress, like a helmet or some sort of hat or like a headband or a crown?
I kind of see them as having a hood.
A hood that might hide our mohawk. So
that's true, and the mohawk needs light.
So here we have our hood options: a plain hood, a cowl, a shadowy hood, a wide hood, a droopy hood, a torn hood, and a long pointed hood. Any of those superior to the mohawk?
I think the mohawk is it's something that needs to be in the world.
The mohawk is life. Good. So shoulders, do you see them as having pauldrons?
Honestly, I see their outfit as being relatively basic with some interesting embellishments, so probably not. Okay.
So you're thinking kind of something vaguely roby on top. So let's keep all just in case anything jumps out at us. So how fancy were you thinking? Are you thinking like very ornate? Or are you thinking sort of a bit more like a sort of martial arts look?
Yeah, I'm thinking kind of more martial artsy. I kind of want to show off the lovely robot-y arms. I don't feel like Trai is shy about being
a badass ninja. Ninja shirt or gi? Either of these grab you?
Ooh, I think I like. Ooh.
So sorry, I'm talking over you. So there's 1 and 2.
I think I quite like 2.
And 2 or 3?
Ooh, 3.
3. That's got the.
I don't know why. That just grabs me.
Yeah, it's all the braiding. It's all the braiding. Looks like a sort of police. Is it a plastron? I don't know. You know, the cool shirts that the Napoleonic people wore with the piping.
Or like MCM wore.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, like My Chemical Romance, precisely. That's a strong look. Gotta love a huzzah. So that's a suitable top. We've got kind of kimono tops or jerkins, but I feel like this works because it also allows us to do lots of nice detailing on the metal and wood. Just as an alternative option, more explicitly kung fu.
Ooh, I like the jazzy necklace on that.
Yeah, the jazzy necklace is funky. So do we want the monk's shirt or the kung fu monk shirt? Oh no, that's the wrong one. Ooh. We have many options.
I'm kind of wanting to go kung fu monk just because a statement necklace. I feel like Trai would appreciate being as dressed up as possible.
Absolutely, we've got a very fabulous group. There's a lot of these characters care very, very sincerely about their aesthetic, which I'm here for. I'm here for an aesthetic group. That looks to be about right. That's the lad. Gloves or brace?
Oh, I think because I'm really lame, fingerless gloves.
Fingerless gloves. So. There we go.
Yeah.
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 We've also got some gauntlets, or so there's sort of like arm wrappings or braces, or if you fancy.
Ooh, that sounds quite cool.
The arm wrappings or the braces?
The braces.
The braces. So we've got kind of a selection down here. So if I just look up bracer, here's a selection. Any of these grab you up the top?
You're going a little bit fast. Can you slow down a little bit?
Sorry, that was a criticism last time. Slow down, Justin.
Can you have a look at the 1, 2, 3, 4th down? They're a bit chunky. Maybe the second from the bottom. Ooh, I quite like that.
Yeah, I like them too. It's also cool because it looks like they're almost part of the robot body.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. Like sort of weights to give the punches more heft. And legs. What do you imagine Trai wearing on their legs?
It would probably be. Do they have like kind of loose fitting, like kind of yoga jogging bottoms? That's the wrong term. That really is the wrong term.
I know what you mean though. Let's see if we can find some sort of baggy-ish sort of. So these are sort of baggy. They're like harem pants almost. Or I think there's some like kung fu leggings. There's druid pants. There's. Where are you? Distressed pants.
Oh no, I think they've got too much pride to be wearing those rags.
Too much pride for that. Now, Lauren, let's see whether there's anything that turns up here.
I quite liked the druid pants.
Yeah, I think the druid pants are the right shout. That's kind of like funky, and it sort of looks like the wrap is sort of continuing on the upper.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's riff with that. Feet. Do they wear anything on their feet?
I don't think they really need to.
Yeah. Would they wear them as a fashion statement?
Possibly, yeah. Oh, I kind of want to put them in high heels.
Another heel wearer. We've got another heel wearer in the party. You are going to be you are unbelievably tall. So the options for heels are long leather heels, tall lace leather heels. I think there's like a plain leather heel as well. Because there's techno heels, but they're a bit techno-y. Oh, they've also got plate armor heels.
Wow, that sure is a look. I never knew I needed that in my life.
Well, you do. Well, you do now. Any of these grabbing you?
I quite like those.
These? Yeah, kind of simple boots.
Yeah, I think I quite like those.
Badass. No mask. So, gear. We have a quarterstaff, I believe.
Yes.
So, what kind of quarterstaff are we thinking? So, I'm going to scroll down slowly. So, this is the basic sort of kung fu kind of bow staff type vibe.
I feel like if you can, is there anything kind of a little bit less rustic looking?
So there's that, which is very plain, or there's a metal rod that's kind of techy though. We've got like staffs that have orbs on them, or rod of power.
If only.
If only. And then we might be able to find something elsewhere if you want something. I don't know whether we might be able to find something a bit fancier. So there's the javelin, which looks sort of, if we flip it round, it would look kind of a bit quarterstaff-like.
Yeah.
That look good?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Great. Smashing. Side eye. Oh.
Just kind of file off the end, and it's good for purpose.
So what do we think in terms of other bits and pieces? So do they have any kind of bits and pieces on their side?
I think that they will definitely have like a couple of bags on a belt, just filled with. Vibe? Yeah, I think they have kind of money pouch kind of vibe.
Yeah, so both money pouches?
Yeah.
Sick. And cloak or backpack?
I think cloak.
cloak.
Definitely cloak.
Big cloak, ragged cloak, animal cloak, slim cloak, short ragged cloak, short cloak, Trai cloak, or furry cloak.
I feel like slim cloak.
Slim cape. There we go.
Ooh.
That is a look.
That is a hell of a look.
That's hella look. So we can also bung something on their back. Any other equipment?
That they use frequently is probably miscellaneous things, to be honest. Do they have anything? I don't think they'd have any other weapons or anything. Is there any cool things in like the food category?
Ooh. A gigantic lollipop, a meat cleaver, or some bottles, a frying pan, a mug. We can also have a look at the misc section for things. Because remember that they're obsessed. That they've got a whole perfume thing going on.
They do. So I'm thinking maybe some bottles with mystery things in.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or do you want a bottle in the left hand?
Yes, I think in the hand would probably work a bit better.
Yeah, so I think in misc there's like a bottle with stuff coming out of it.
Ooh.
Just hold on. Right, here we are, misc. Here we are.
Oh yeah.
There we go. And I've just gone autopilot because I myself am right-handed. Are they right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed. Yeah, they're probably ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous. I am not.
Me neither. I'm utterly inept with my left hand. So there's a kind of vibe that we're feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling this.
Cool. And let's bung a bottle on the back, unless there's some kind of like a mortar and pestle or something. Nah. Let's just stick another. An alchemist's flask. There we go. All the perfume. Oh yeah. Eyes, no glasses or eye patches, none of that. Rings and piercings.
Oh hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, as much as you can pierce a robot, it's honestly probably sticky back gems.
Body mods would be the nearest description, I suppose.
Yeah.
So we have nose piercings.
Oh, they don't really have a nose.
I mean, that's really odd.
It just looks like a faux nose.
Yeah, they're right. I mean, that's the nearest thing would be to have something like a little pig.
It is.
Oink.
It's quite sweet in a way.
It is sort of sweet. If it's both sweet and nightmarish with the terror. So. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that one's all right.
That works.
Yeah, I think I might go with that one.
And finger rings. All the finger rings.
As many as you can possibly fit on a robot hand.
So would you like me just to kind of autopilot through and just do a selection? Or is there a particular arrangement? Because we have 3 different styles of ring and every finger available.
Okay, I think kind of a pattern of gem, plain, gem, plain.
Right, so gem, plain, gem, plain, gem, plain, gem, plain, gem, plain. All the rings.
Oh, yeah. Feeling fancy.
Feeling fancy, and that is going to hurt when you punch people.
Yeah.
So, not going to have a base, because that is something which Roll Together are going to do for us. As we can see. Looking sick. Right, so the next thing, before we start painting this lovely Kung Fu death bot. Well, it's not really Kung Fu, that's a completely incorrect term actually, because it's more it's the Shadow Monk archetype, isn't it? So it's more kind of like... Oh, which reminds me actually, are you able to sort of impose any magical effects on your weapons?
Not on my weapons.
cool, which means that we don't want to have shadow effects coming out elsewhere. We could replace the bottle with a spell effect.
I think I kind of like the bottle.
Yeah,
and
like
the aesthetic.
Yeah, just huffing magical smells.
Day in, day out.
Day in, day out, living that dream. So, this we have, again, a really startling number of options. What kind of pose are you thinking? Do you want in the midst of action? Do you want kind of being sassy? Do you want like chatting? What do you see as your... So one of our characters, I believe we have hurling herself forward with a great axe. Another one we have her voguing. So we have all the meaningful kind of extremes of character. What do you have in mind? Do you want you like, martial artsing it up? Do you want you... What do you think?
I feel like friendly little sassy.
Mm-hmm. So, friendly but a little sassy.
Mm-hmm.
That's got a little bit of sass going on.
Yeah. That's very much, you want to smell my potion of mystery?
Yeah. So the main thing is that we can completely pose the upper body. So do any of these leg stances sort of grab you? So in terms of sort of sass ones. So option 1. Option 2. Option 3. Option 4. Option 5. Option 6. Option 7.
I feel like option 7 for the legs.
Yeah, so simple. Face. So, what facial expression would you like?
Ooh, how much can they have expressions as warforged?
I don't know. I suppose it would be the standard way that your face was designed.
Yeah. What happens if you put them all up to...
Unfortunately, you can't do Maxima face.
That's fair enough. It's the world is not ready.
The world is not ready for Maxima face. So that awful. Looks like they're singing a song.
It does. We're having a great time.
Follow me on. Right. So if we just kind of make that neutral. Do you want them with an open mouth or a closed mouth?
I feel like closed mouth.
Closed mouth. Is that good for a face?
Yeah, I can have a little bit of cocky in there. Yeah.
Soupçon of cocky.
Yeah, a little bit of that, a little bit of smile maybe. There we go.
There we go. They look friendlier. Sick. Eyes we don't need to do yet. So we want offering the interesting potion bottle full of funny smells. What do you see their right hand as doing? Do you see it as sort of, doing kind of cool sort of like a martial arts sort of thing, or is it more relaxed? Is it leaning on the staff indeed?
Oh, yeah, I think leaning on the staff, I think that would look cool.
Right, I tried this with a character earlier, so bear with. I'm just gonna, this might take a little bit of time. I'm just gonna be... Talk amongst yourselves.
I can do hold music.
Have you seen the one of that where it's that, but every single pause is uncomfortably long?
I have.
Oh,
I love it.
It's like an existential nightmare.
I've been annoying people by singing that for a very long time now, and it is the main version I now know, and I have to correct myself.
I know, right? It's when you hear it. It's like I can't now hear All Star by Smash Mouth without hearing All Star by Smash Mouth, but every note is middle C.
Yep.
That's now all I hear is just and the years stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop
Yeah.
And then people are like, Justin, please leave.
Kind of feel that way about the Mum Spaghetti version of that Eminem song.
Oh, I don't know that one.
It's Lose Yourself by Eminem, but every line is Mum Spaghetti.
Oh, I love those. I just love these, the just straight up bizarre stuff that people come up with. I absolutely love it. It's like the B movie, but every time somebody says B, it speeds up by 20%, and then it just turns into something really horrible.
It's absurd, and I love it. The internet has become a force to be reckoned with. I don't think anyone could have predicted.
No. This is the world's most powerful tool. It can contact people across the planet. What are we going to use it for? Speeding film. How's that for a leaning on staff pose? Is that kind of right, or do we want something with a little bit more weight on it?
I think that's looking good. It's looking kind of nice and relaxed.
Yeah, it's kind of a chilled lean rather than like I am old and weary lean.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Kind of just a little.
There we go.
And then so let's get that head a bit more upright and sort of like that. And then let's offer this. Oops. Sorry, I'm going to be moving a little bit quickly, so you might get a bit of lag. Here, have some of my strongest potions.
Yeah.
My perfumes are too strong for you. There we go. How's that?
That looks lovely and ominous and inviting at the same time, so I'm into it.
Both friendly and ominous.
Yeah.
So let's twist that. There we go. Oh, can we? Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Friendly and ominous, frominous, if you will, and I will. Maybe if I twist that just there, just so it's kind of billowing round that arm. That's kind of cool. Great, fantastic. There they are.
Nice.
So now for the even more fun bit, which is color.
I am very excited for color.
So let's make a start on the what you want them to be made up of. So we're going to start with wood. Now, the thing with this is that because of the way that this is designed, we can now modify. So we don't just have all these to pick from. There's a whole system of like sliders and modifiers, so we can do like lowlights, highlights, and completely change colors. So this is just our first draft. So do you imagine them as being entirely made of metal? Are they like metal over wood? What do you reckon?
I feel like they are metal over wood, and the wood has kind of faded with time to be very pale.
Great. So let's go with what kind of pale? So that's pine, maple, or driftwood white, or desert bleach.
Oh, I kind of like desert bleached.
Yeah. So I will fill in the bits that could sort of conceivably be wooden, and then we'll.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried that it just looks white though.
Well, we can use the special technique to get in there and alter that.
Ooh.
So let's. Sorry, just going to need to zoom in for a bit. Get these internal bits. The hand. Do you see the hand as being made of wood or made of metal?
I feel like the hands are probably an aspect of them that has been replaced at various points in their life. So they might actually just be a hodgepodge. Like occasionally they'll have a finger that's wood and then like a part that is metal. So it's whatever was really to hand.
Okay, I'll see whether we can achieve that. And then we don't have any leg on show. So that's that look about right for the woody bits.
Yeah, I think that's looking good.
Sorry if I'm spinning too quickly. So, and then what metal? So once again, remember that we have complete control over the colours, the coloration there. Any kind of wood thing that you fancy going for? I mean, metal thing that you fancy going for?
I feel like kind of like a cool bluey silvery kind of colour.
Okay. So that kind of vibe to begin with, or something more like that?
Yeah, something like that. That looks pretty cool.
Okay, so, and do you see them as being all the same metal or varying metals?
I think varying. They're a little bit patchwork.
So let's do just a few different blues, and then we can pitch in and sort of change them as and when.
Or there could even be like just one random bit of copper that no idea where it came from or what they were thinking with the color scheme, but it's just there. Nobody knows.
It's there now, and that's what we're living with. So let's maybe modify bung. Am I able to do different hands on copper? Okay, so maybe if we just have. How's this for a starting point?
Yeah, they're looking snazzy.
Snazzy as hell. And then eye-wise, let's do the rims on there. What do you see their eyes as being like? So we have these kind of ends, but we want lenses, really, don't we?
Yeah, I feel like they've got LEDs.
Screw your high fantasy. What kind of color of it? What kind of color of luminescence essence discharge magic would you like?
I feel like yellow. Yellow would be nice.
Yellow. Let's have a look. Maybe if we go for. Well, let's make a start like that.
Ooh.
So we'll make a start with that, and then we can modify later. And the gem on the forehead.
Oh, I kind of want it to clash a little bit. Shall we go with a nice kind of burgundy?
Oh, cheeky burgundy. We can drop that. We can knock that back a bit. There.
Yeah.
And the mohawk.
Mohawk. So I think if we want to kind of go with like wires that have been styled in a certain way, I think it would kind of like be. Can you do different colors on different parts of it?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Okay, I feel like the meat of them would be black. And then maybe some kind of bluey, metallic bluey of like the turquoisey color.
Like that?
Yeah, I think that was cool.
Look about right?
Yeah, looking nice.
Golden. Right, so that's our initial pass on the robo body, robobod. Now we need a robody. Now we need to choose other colors. So I find it easier to do this in here to begin with. So what do you imagine as being a color scheme for cape, clothes, and whatnot?
Well, they are a shadow monk, so I imagine that most of their clothes are very darkly coloured, but then their jewellery is just their jewellery and the accents are just
superlative.
Not going. They haven't got the memo.
Cool. So, do you black, grey, purple, blue, dark green? What do you imagine?
Ooh, do they have like a dark, deep purple? Yeah, I like that.
Different colour inner or same colour?
Same colour, I think.
Nice. And the main, the waisty robes, what do you think of them?
I think that would be like a dark grey.
So we'll start with Millionaire Mink and then knock that back.
Yeah.
And the main kind of...
I think it's just going to be straight black.
Straight black. That's charcoal. Black slack. There we go.
There we go.
Wow. Look kind of like Jedi-like. Dark Jedi.
Yeah. Like a Sith.
Yeah, precisely. It's a person who knows their onions. So, laces.
Oh wow, I'm getting actually some Darth Maul vibes.
Oh yeah, strong, very strong, like Robo Maul.
Yeah, Robo Maul.
We need to be voiced by Peter Serafinowicz. What are we thinking?
I'm thinking Yeah, maybe some red laces.
Red. Dark red? Bright red?
I feel like dark.
And the banding on the javelin, because we have this many options.
Let's go with like a goldy color.
Goldy color, so we can. Right, I'll just paint that on now. There we go. Back we go. That's 4, 5. That we want to make look like. Do you want it to have a handle, or do you want that to just look like wood?
I think just wood.
Just wood. So I'll come back to that in a minute. The foofy stuff coming out the end. What do you think?
Ooh, it looks like you can kind of make it. I don't think ombre is the right term, but you can do one color on the end.
I believe it is the right term because it's the one that comes up for the decals. So we can have an end one color and a base another.
Ooh, hell yeah. Could I have... Yeah, can we have like red going to blue?
Okay. Once again, we're starting with this and then we can riff on this later. How's that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that.
Paler blue, or we can modify that later, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. Back to the theme. Glass for our bottle. Once again, we have 2 options.
Ooh. Purple.
Purple. All purple?
No, I think it fades into a paler color. Ooh, can you do the kind of turquoisey one? There we go. I think that looks cool.
That looks nice.
It kind of goes with the rainbow.
Yeah, that's funky. Glass. What's that for? Oh, on the back. Snap. What's it on the back?
Ooh. Could it be like a glowing kind of warm yellow orangey?
That?
Is there anything a little bit brighter?
I don't know if there's anything brighter, but we can knock it up in phrasing. We can increase the intensity of it in the paint picker.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Let's rotate that so it's pointing down. There we go. And we've got a little bit of clipping on the shoulder, so just hold on a moment. I'm just gonna. No, it looks like we're just gonna have a touch of clipping there, which is the one of the sort of occupational hazards of having such a thing as this is you're just gonna get clipping at some point. It's just gonna
fine. It's just an enamel pin that I've put on my cloak. It's fine.
There we go. So I'm just giving you a little bit of movement in the cloak just so it's dangling a little more naturally. There we go. That's good. Sook. And there we go. Back to the paint. Right, and metal. Ooh, goodness. We've got all these metals on the bad day. Theme. We're in theme, not in skin tone. So we've done that. We're gonna do that. Gems on the hand.
Here we go.
Now we can paint these individually. So do you want to paint those individually, or do you want to do them all matching?
I feel like it's only true to Trai if we do them individually.
Very well. We shall come to those later. 6 hours later. Glass leather. So the initial brush on the leather, do you want it light or dark? Or coloured?
Dark, I think.
Dark. Brown or black?
Brown. Give it a little bit of definition from the already black stuff.
Precisely. Leather number 2, boots.
Ooh. Let's go with a dark brown.
Match the leg wrapping.
Let's match it.
And then the sole of the boot we can do in, I don't know, the same. Why not? Leather 3. What do you want for the front of the boot?
I am thinking, kind of keep the boots simple, have a black.
Very well. Nice.
Very stylish.
Stylish as hell.
I want those boots.
Yeah, I know, right? They're brilliant. This is the thing with this. This is the thing that you kind of design something. You're like, I want that. That's my jam. Right. The clasp and the braces.
Okay, I feel like I'd go towards. Oh, it can be kind of rainbowy. I feel like I'd want to go with gold again.
A kind of bright gold or a slightly aged gold?
I think bright, just because they've probably acquired them relatively recently to replace some quite boring ones before, and just want to jazz everything up a little bit.
This is a real eye-bleeding masterpiece.
Yeah.
So, gold 1, gold 2.
I think gold 2.
Very, very new. Excellent. Rings, individually, presumably. So we'll come to that later. Metal number 3, the rims for the gauntlets. Same as the rest or different?
I think different, maybe like a silver.
Bright silver or dark silver?
Bright silver.
Any colour tone you want in there?
I'm just having a look at the options. Not particularly fast.
Bright silver.
There we go.
Kind of Christmassy. And the eyes on the boots.
Oh yeah. Let's go red to match the laces.
Nice. Blood plate. The tip of that. Do you want this to look like it has a metal tip?
Yeah. Let's go for it. I actually think the blue kind of color to match some of the actual design on my not skin, but
there we go, on your plating. And metal number 6, should we match that? So
yeah.
And then the nose ring.
Yes. I'm thinking maybe kind of bronzy.
Bright bronze, dark bronze, antiqued bronze.
I feel like antique because it's on the face. You don't want it to be like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because else it's just going to look like a nose.
So kind of a little bit. How's that?
Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. It's nice and clashing, but it matches like the chest plated area.
All the clash.
Yes.
Great. And the pouches, dark leather again?
I think kind of lighter, maybe. Yeah, like a kind of warm brown.
Warm brown. That's nice and warm. Pouch tie.
Let's go with purple.
Purple. Wood for the prayer beads. Now, we don't necessarily need to do these as wood if you don't fancy, but we can do them as wood.
Do them metallic?
Absolutely. So I'll bear in mind that those are metallic. The staff. What kind of colour do you want the staff?
I feel like the darkest wood possible.
Right. Well, we'll start with that, and then I'll riff on it. Mm-hmm. And then the last wood. Ooh, the cork.
Ooh. Let's go with a kind of aged cork, I think.
Aged cork. That looks kind of aged.
Yeah. That looks good.
There we go. Right, so that's our initial pass. Ooh, I need to do cider planks. Oh, cider metal. There we go.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. We need to do finger joints as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, they've got wood on them. And there's a little bit of metal that needs there. So I'll just bung some silver onto that. There we go. Okay. So rings we'll do in a minute. Let's modify colours first.
Cool.
So, are there any colours on here that you want to... Let's start with modifying this. So you said you wanted the darkest wood possible. So do that. Let's drop that right down. You wanting it to still have this kind of orangey tone? Is that good?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Whoops.
Ooh.
I do that every time. How's that?
Yes, the dark of hot chocolate. It is comforting. I like it.
How polished do you want it to be?
Not very polished. I think it's been used a fair bit.
Yeah, been used a fair bit. Very fast. There we go. Glow. Good. Okay, so that's that. That's our pin plank. The pin plank. Very good. Okay, badass. Cool. Let's modify this skin a bit because I think that I like the bleached nature, but it hasn't got quite enough low tone. So let's just keep that a little bit brown, but just a little bit more there, and then drop that mid-tone. How's that?
I think that's looking a bit better. I'm a bit worried that it is clashing a bit too much with the face now, though.
Okay, so do you want to change the wood or do you want to change the face?
I think let's change the wood because I think I'm getting quite attached to the face colour.
So bring that back up. How's that? That better?
I think that's good, yeah.
So maybe if we lean... Oh, crap. So maybe if we lean a little bit more almost grey for the wood rather than the warm, so keep it cold so it doesn't clash. There we go. Okay.
I quite like the idea of the base of Trai being quite cold and then has added loads of warm, bright things.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. Cool. Right. Next, are there any metallics on here that you're not happy with?
I can't see any that I particularly have an aversion to. I think the metallics are pretty much fine. Yeah.
Fantastic. Anything else that you want modified?
So we need to do the necklace.
Any of the existing colours that you want?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Could we modify the forehead gem?
Oh, yes, of course. You wanted that more in a burgundy. So let's... every time. Learn to click accurately, Justin. So mid-tone, we want a little more of that, and then maybe... How's something like that?
Yeah, I like that. Ooh, it's very ruby-y.
Yeah, there we go, and then there we go.
Yes, perfect.
There we go. Do you want it to glow?
Oh yeah, if that's an option, go for it.
A little bit of glow. And you wanted the eyes. We want to vary the eyes a little bit as well. What were you imagining with the eyes?
Kind of, well, at the moment they're a bit of a muddy yellow. They've got a little bit of green in them, I think. Yeah, so a bit less of that, more towards the redder gradient a little bit.
How's that looking? Is that any better?
Yeah, it's looking a bit better.
Bit more you had in mind?
Yeah, a little bit. Can you put the glow up?
That's it.
Can't see. Yeah.
I see. It's because it's in shadow. Nice. If we move around to the light,
right. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of the same color as the potion on the back, which is cool.
That's a nice match. Nice pairing. Sick. Great, good stuff. Any other colors that you want modifying before we go into the last details?
No, I think we're good.
Fantastic. What color were you thinking of for the old prayer necklace-y thing?
I kind of want them to be... So I don't want them to be like a wood. Maybe kind of like... I like the idea of keeping the purpley theme. So if they're like a purple tinged.
Are you thinking like a pastel purple or like a purple?
Can I have a look at what they both look like?
Purple. Pastel purple.
Ooh. I think purple.
Purple. And that's super expensive armor purple and bright flower night, which are so there's all subtly different ones. Are there any of these three grabbing you? So that's bright flower night, and then super expensive armor purple, and Osmodianite purple.
Ooh, I quite like Osmodianite.
Yeah, it matches the cape in a nice way as well, doesn't it? Fantastic. Okay, so we've done that. Now what we need to do is rings. What colour rings would you like?
Let's see, how many... Okay, so I feel like rainbow.
We have 10 Right, rainbow. In the order of the rainbow?
Yes.
And starting where?
Let's start on the hand with the potion, starting with the pinky.
Very good. Hand with the potion, starting with the pinky. So we have red and orange and yellow, green. Let's do copper. And then yellow, green.
Sorry, I made this process way longer than it needed to be.
Blue and indigo, violet. No, trust me. I think this might actually be one of the shorter ones I've done. No, we should be calling it soon. Purple and indigo. What? I gotta be honest. I'm never quite sure what color indigo is. So let's just go with that.
So I think it's like more of a bluey purple, whereas violet is more of a reddy purple.
Okay, got you.
I'm just going by Roy G. Biv. Like, don't quote me.
Roy G. Biv. I forgot that's right. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. We need blue. Damn it. Blue, indigo, and violet. We can sing a rainbow, and then do we want to just start again?
Yeah.
Red and...
Oh, I think that the gems in like the
orange
big oblongy ones might need a colour.
Yes, we shall be giving them a colour. So we have these two gems, and we have square gem, well, kind of sort of cut gems and oblongy gems. What are you thinking?
Let's go with the oblong boys.
So let's start with obloys. What colours were you thinking for them?
Let's continue with the purpley theme and kind of have like a bluey purple.
Bluey purple? That?
Yeah.
Or that?
I think the first one.
And the cut gems?
Cut gems, let's go with green.
Green. Boom. Well, nice. I think that might be them.
Ah, there they are.
There they stand.
They exist in the world. I feel like we have just given birth to a warforged.
We have brought them to life. They can go forth and huff all kinds of interesting perfume, kick people's faces in, and terrify people with their shadow magic. Just a moment. Just need to. There's a little bit of clipping there that I'm just going to get rid of using that. There we go. Okie dokie. Well, there they stand.
Oh, my baby.
My baby. Right, so we are rename. Make sure to save. We have Trai. And save. Good. Trai now lives among us.
Hooray.
Happy? Any alterations? Or are we happy with this really rather extraordinary character?
No, I'm happy. They look just as exuberantly odd as I had hoped.
That's what we want to hear. Fantastic. Okie doke. So just to do the sign off, just to reiterate, I am Justin Wells. You may have known me some such things as other Meet the Characters for this campaign. I'm going to be running Vile Shadows and a Honeyed Smile. We're going to be doing that in Tuesdays in December with Roll Together. And we have just made the magnificent Trai, short for Training Dummy, who is going to be played by Evey Larham, who has been our accompanying, I can't think of the word, player, who knows, contributor, why not? And we've been using Hero Forge to make them, our warforged monk. Right, well, we shall see you for the next Meet the Characters. It's been a pleasure. See you soon. Bye-bye.